Welcome to the Christina O. We're on the pool deck. This is one of the main features of the yacht. Exactly as it was in the 1950s when Onassis designed it with his designer Cesar Pinal. The mechanism's still the same, with the pool going down, filling with water, and then you can lift the platform up, create this space that's usable, and all kinds of things happen here. The design of this yacht is so ahead of its time. When you think of the design of the swimming pool and these side terraces, I can tell you this is one of the nicest places to sit on any yacht. They call them the Churchill terraces because Sir Winston Churchill used to absolutely love sitting there, smoking his cigars, or even painting. So this structure with they're almost like sails, the shade system that pulls out. It's made of oval stainless steel with integrated lighting, gives a nice mood. Obviously the deck in the evening when they decorate the tables with candles, absolutely stunning. So here is the table, seats 16 people comfortably, could be 17 or 18, with an interior marquetry inlay designed and done by Melinda Patton, a relation of General Patton. The breakfast setup, we have buffets, and this is just an idyllic place to take your breakfast every day. We also do lunches and dinners here. It's one of the nicest parts of the yacht to dine with, being close to the water. You can have shade or no shade with these systems of canopies. Now we're going to go up to the jacuzzi deck, where you'll find an outdoor bar, which I think is the best outdoor bar on any yacht. The jacuzzi deck. My experience with this yacht has gone on for 7 years now, as I've been managing the yacht for charter, and we've had a number of parties with 100, 120, 130 people, and this is where the action happens on a big party night. So I've had the enormous good fortune to spend the last 4 days with 30 people cruising around Costa Rica here, having amazing experiences. And I'll just say that the atmosphere on Christina O lends itself to these magical moments of just social joy. So the bar area here has nice shade above it. This was a recent addition in the same oval stainless steel with integrated lighting. And the bar has been upgraded with some LED lighting, which can be different colors. We always have 2 barmen in there creating drinks as fast as they can, cocktails for the guests. I'll take you up to the jacuzzi. Obviously a freshwater jacuzzi with heating system. So here is the upper level of the jacuzzi deck with its jacuzzi, sunbathing, the tables where you can sit with some shade. And this is a very sociable area. People gather here at all moments of the day just to enjoy their time together. So this upper level of the jacuzzi deck is also where we set up DJs and bands, and this becomes a huge dance floor. So let's go and sit at the bar and talk a little bit about Christina O. So while most yachts are limited to 12 guests, Christina O she sleeps 34 in 17 cabins. And that means that we have very little competition, because in the yachts above 12 guests, there aren't that many. And that was genuinely the idea back in 1999 when they started this project. At the time, there were literally no other yachts that could charter with more than 12 guests. It was the first. Another advantage of Christina O is her speed. She can do 19 knots full speed. That was actually the speed she was built to do as a warship. Let me take you up to the compass deck at the top of the yacht. So this is the compass deck, named because of the original compass that's back there. This table is new, relatively new, as is the teak decking. Previously this was just a sunbathing area, didn't get used very much, and it's a wonderful place to dine. Seats 18 here, plus 2 satellite tables. This cushioned area here, it's a nice place to relax during the day, but when we do the dinners here, you can also remove the cushions, and that's actually where people might, for example, sing, dance, play guitar. Here you have the Hackercraft, 2 custom-made boats built in 2000, 2001 for the yacht, and there is just nothing more elegant than these yachts cruising to and from the yacht as tenders. Right now we've got 2 beautiful Hackercraft wooden tenders, which I'll show you, and 2 ribs, plus jet skis and all number of other toys. I'll quickly show you the original compass. So here's the other hacker and the yellow funnel that is a trademark of the Christina O, and it was a trademark of Onassis' shipping as well. So coming in from outside, I'm going to show you the Onassis suite on the Christina O, which is the master suite. It's right at the top of the yacht. This is the master suite with its sitting area, fireplace. There's a picture of a picture by Sir John Lavery with actually a dedication to Sir John Thompson Walker, who was a surgeon. Lovely sitting area, bookshelves, this nice desk. Then master bed. Plenty of storage space and great views from the windows up here in this elevated position. There's a white marble finish, Carrara marble with a shower, jacuzzi tub and a head and a double sink. So leaving the Onassis suite, just to point out that there are doors on both sides. You can access the deck. And from here, well, you have the bridge just in front, and then you can easily walk down to the jacuzzi bar. So this is the main entrance. Obviously the stairway serves the decks from here, where you come in from either coming aboard from a tender or the dock. And the girls do a service, welcome service when people arrive. Here you've got a Liechtenstein. This is one of 100 series by the famous pop art artist. So this is the Sir Winston Churchill Library, which does have a fantastic collection of books. Over here, there's several books by Celia Sandys, who's the granddaughter of Sir Winston Churchill. She actually came on board, and these books contain first-hand accounts of her cruising with Onassis. Desks on either side. And obviously, if you have 30 people, quite often people will break out and do a bit of work sitting at these desks, which have a fantastic view. So here we arrive in the Maria Callas Lounge, one of the main salons on the Christina O. It's a cozy room. Everybody can gather in here, as they do very often during cruises. A gold disc that was presented by EMI for sales of 100,000 records in France. This is a Steinway that's over 100 years old, beautifully kept, perfectly in tune. This is a games table, nice for chess, but it also opens out, and inside there is a roulette wheel. This dish was presented to Maria Callas on the night that she sang 2 arias of Carmen for the celebration of JFK's birthday at Madison Square Gardens in New York, where famously Marilyn Monroe sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." This was presented to her on that night as a thank you. Here are the original wedding rings of Maria Callas and her husband Battista Meneghini, and a medal that was presented to her in Verona, one of her performances there. So here at the base of the staircase is the Omega logo, O for Onassis. And then this incredible corridor of accommodation with 10 cabins and another 6 on another corridor down below. The first 2 cabins are Lesbos and Andros. I'll take you in. These are 2 of the bigger cabins. One of the great things about the Christina O is that all except 3 of the cabins can be configured as double or twin. So this one is set up as a twin with the day covers on. You have, I can tell you, really comfortable mattresses and pillows. And here is a connecting door, so you can, with this suite and on the other side, create a family room setup with a connecting door. And it's unbelievable that there are 10 cabins. So welcome to the engine control room on the Christina O. Here we've got engine controllers, the engineer's office here with the logbook. There are 3 generators on the Christina O. Here are the switchboards for all 3 and the synchronization panel. And these panels here control the pumps. Everything about the engine room was, well, it's all new from 2001. Everything was specified to be the absolute highest quality for longevity. The air conditioning was completely redone just a few years ago with new plant, new ducting and new controls. This is the galley where they'll be cooking for 40 crew and up to 34 guests. So a lot of work gets done in here. There are various different zones. There's a flash freezing freezer there. This is the cold zone where the pastry chef or pasta making will go on. All air conditioned here. This is air conditioning ducting. 3 large fridges, the same on the other side. This is for knife storage. 2 conventional ovens. They can be either steam or heat or a combination of the 2. 6 induction hobs, a grill, a plancha, and a fryer. Lots of machines that can do all kinds of magic tricks. Here's a lift, an elevator, which takes you between 2 decks. It does not go all the way to the Onassis suite level, but for any guest with mobility challenges who are on the deck below, which is the accommodation deck, this one brings them up to the jacuzzi deck level, and they're already on the deck level where the pool deck is, so they have access to most of the yacht. So here's a gym. All of this equipment is very recent. I tested the treadmill here. You have a decent amount of head height. I'm 6 foot. I'm about on the limit of the height. This is the larger of the 2 massage suites, and you have a manicure, pedicure, very popular with the guests. Massage table. The back here, this is a recent addition. So there's a shower here, which means that the guests can rinse off after a wrap or something like that, which means they don't have to walk through the yacht back to their cabin with covered in whatever has been applied. And this second massage cabin, perfectly adequate. So coming from that long corridor, here is an elevator, another Steinway piano. Here's an original Renoir, and this fabulous dining room, which has been named the Princess Grace de Monaco dining room, themed with Princess Grace Kelly. There's an Andy Warhol, the Rainier family, beautiful photograph of Grace Kelly, various posters of her movies. And this dining room is not original to Onassis' time. It was originally part of the engine room here, but when the steam engines were here, this space was taken up by engine room. It was quite a feat to create a dining room. They had to make this step going down in order to have the height. You can seat 40 people in this dining room. More great photographs of Onassis, Churchill, Jackie. This will be their wedding. Alexander, the son of Onassis. So here, 6 more cabins, all able to be double or twin beds, all relatively similar in amenities with their dressing room and bathroom spaces, gradually smaller as we get back to the stern of the boat there. So here we are in the Jackie O Lapis Lounge, one of the main saloons on the yacht. Famous for its lapis lazuli fireplace, a precious stone. There's a Victor Askew painting there of Marseille, and lots of photographs around that give you the impression that you're really in the presence of these great figures of the 20th century. Here's a nice model of the Christina, done recently because it shows all of the most recent upgrades to the yacht. Nice sitting areas, and here there's a photograph of Jackie in this room. You can clearly see the fireplace and the bookshelves and the door through to Aries bar. Here's a picture of Sir Winston Churchill on one of the side terraces just back there, and Andy Warhol. And the 3rd piano on board, which is electric and plays itself. So you can imagine how this is used on a regular basis. When you have 30 guests on board, people tend to break out into groups, and this is a lovely place to hang out. So this is Aries bar, Aristotle, Onassis, Aries bar. Probably the most famous and iconic part of the entire yacht. These famous bar stools with their leather tops that have been much written about, either whale foreskin or whale scrotum leather, which Onassis would take delight in telling his lady guests that they were sitting on the biggest penis in the world. And one of them replied, Moby's dick. This bar is exactly as it was, and underneath the glass countertop here was a series of model ships, each ship representing a century of shipping. The handholds and bar stool footrests are made of whale's teeth with scrimshaw design. That was a tradition back then to make this scrimshaw art on the whale teeth and whale bones. This place is just magical. I mean, so much has gone on in this bar. You can just imagine the conversations, the deals, and the comedy that has gone on. It's very, very special, and I would say the heart of Christina O.